Hello, my name is Reverend Annie Batchelder, and I'm an Akashic channel, and I also channel Anubis. That was my original guide when I started channeling, and Anubis is very helpful in all kinds of categories. Very reliable. So Anubis has been with me since 1988, so it's almost 40 years. And it's been a delight to channel Anubis and been so helpful for so many people. You can reach me if you're interested in having a reading with Anubis or an Akashic Records reading. You can reach me at anniechannels.com, or you can also pick up my book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness, an Akashic Records Guide to Living a Fulfilled Life. And this is a 358-page instruction manual for how to work in your Akashic Records. So it teaches you how to open your Akashic Records, which I find has been an enormous help. So full of information and guidance and love and acceptance. It's helped me to integrate lots of different things that have happened to me in my life. And I think it'll be useful for you too. It's always positive, it's always uplifting, it's always teaching you new skills about how to get out of fear, how to expand to include, how to contact your masters, teachers, and loved ones, which are your spiritual advisory team in your Akashic Records, in order to find out about past lives or ancestral influences, or why some subject is important to you. So, I also recently had my Reiki 2 class, and so I'm now able to do Reiki healings on people, and we may be working with some of that today. Everything's on the menu today. Wild and crazy energy. And one of the things that the divine has given me is this new little prayer. I've been putting together cards, inspiration cards, and sooner or later I'm going to make a set of flashcards out of them. But this is the one that's most inspiring to me right now. And it goes like this. Thank you, Divine Beloved, for changing me into one who is wildly open to life as it is. Let me release what must go and welcome what is here now. I trust you to continue to meet all of my needs. Help me today to trust in your guidance and love. Thank you, Divine Beloved. I think that one has a lot of good messages in it. Very nice, complete prayer. And it's pretty much how I'm trying to live my life nowadays. The other thing my guides had me do is get out the Reconnecting Soul 142 DNA activation cards. These are by Jean Adrienne. I really like them. I resonate with them a lot. I find them incredibly on target when I pull cards. So they're suggesting that I pull 3 cards, and it is what led up to this, where are we now, and where are we going. So I'm going to show you the first card. This is the symbol for the DNA strand that you can acquire just by looking at it, just by being open to the energy, the shape, what it conjures for you, what it stimulates in you. And in my world, there is a space between the crown chakra and the 8th chakra, which is the soul chakra. And you can insert things that you need, energies, concepts, emotions, all kinds of that. You can insert this symbol into this space between your beautiful, brilliant soul chakra and your crown chakra, and begin to take this symbol into your head and feel it as it's being moved around in your body. Just receive the energy, any kind of activity that this symbol generates inside your body, inside your energy systems. Ooh, right there, you bet, around the personal will center. Really receive it through that personal will center, and then down into the lower abdomen and the lower chakras, all the way into your hip sockets, legs, all of that. And now I'll let you know what this card says. It's the unconditional love card. And who doesn't need unconditional love? We are all hungry for unconditional love. The rest of what it says is, this activation brings you back to the state of pure bliss and the energy of home. Feel it now. So remember what I said this card was. It's the first of 3 cards, and it's answering and responding to the question, what led up to where we are. And the reason Anubis is here, and Anubis is saying that the reason this card was chosen for you was to remind you that the divine has not forsaken you. The divine has not left you bereft and on your own and without resources. The divine has not left you to rot, not abandoned you. The divine is with you now and helping you through this period of time in human history. And you have within you just the right amount of light to master your energy, your focus, and everything that's going on at this time in life. And you do it by accessing unconditional love, by being open to unconditional love. And unconditional love is what you get from your masters, teachers, and loved ones in your Akashic Records. Your spiritual team is always showing you unconditional love, always demonstrating to you what unconditional love looks like, feels like, how it operates. It's always there for you. And it's the fundamental principle about what we're trying to lean into despite the wild wild and uncontrollable chaotic energies from the planetary movements, our political system, things that are going on in the big world. We still need to feed ourselves and access resources that express and teach us about unconditional love. And that's why this card was given today, to answer and respond to what led up to this. Now, let's look at the second card. That's this symbol. Get a feel for it. It has a 3D quality to it. And now we're going to insert this into the space between the crown chakra and the soul chakra. This space, this receptive space. And this is the card. Just receive this energy first. Feel it moving around. So strong in the back of the skull, back of the neck. Third eye. Regular eyes. And I sense it working on the hippocampus. And I forget what that function is, but I believe it is sort of my animalian brain, my animal brain, my instinctive brain. And it's strong in the throat chakra, both shoulders, and the heart. Now they're bouncing it down to hip sockets on both sides and the knees and the bottoms of your feet. Just receive that. This energy is the gift. This card is in answer to the second question, where are we now? And it is the impact card. As it was in the beginning, your thoughts can now bring into being all that you require. This moment of impact creates love and harmony at the same time. This is where we are now. We are learning to have an impact on our inner world and our external world. It's not so much being in control of, but realizing that I have choices about what I'm thinking and how my thoughts affect what I'm feeling, my inner state of being, whether it's bringing me calm or it's just bringing me anxiety, it's just causing me more havoc, if it's adding to a sense of anger and resentment and feeling of being put upon. We have a choice about our impact. What is the impact that you're bringing to the party today? What is the impact that I am bringing to the party today? I get up awfully early and I prepare for these days. And there is a lot of really jangly, nerve-wracking energy around these days. And it can be very angry or upsetting, or I was feeling that being pulled apart from relationships that are important to me. But not wanting to be a source of anxiety and criticalness for others that are in my world. And that always means I need to be in touch with the divine, or at least with my guides. And I do that by embodying my soul's light. Just do that now. Take the light of your soul chakra above your head and just let it flow into your head and down your neck and shoulders, out your arms, into your heart and your rib cage, and into your abdomen and into your spine, and all the nerves that feed the organs in your body. Let your soul's light go into all of these parts of your body, all the way down into your lower gut, into your hip sockets. Let it anchor there for a moment. Let it anchor. And then let the soul light go down into your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, and filling up every cell with soul light in your body. I'm reading this card again. Impact. As it was in the beginning, your thoughts can now bring into being all that you require. This moment of impact creates love and harmony at the same time. All right. Just to round things out, we're going to do the third card. And this card represents an answer to the question, where are we headed? Just let this symbol enter your energy systems, enter your body. And insert this symbol into the space between your soul chakra and your crown chakra. Just let it in there. Let it, it just particleizes and becomes lots of little symbols that just float through the entire body. Embodying our soul's light made the energy of our physical bodies more alive and more receptive to what is here to help us. And this symbol is one of the things that is here to help us, at least today. And probably for the rest of the week, they're saying. This symbol especially. Just take it in. Receive it. This is a gift. Where are we headed? And this is the nourishment card. everything you encounter is designed to nourish you in some way. You are now open to receive this nourishment from the cosmic. Kind of no wonder that just inserting it into that space between soul chakra and crown chakra, and the symbol here remained intact but then particleized and went into all the cells in the body. It just knew what to do. You don't have to always know what's going on. You don't have to know all the details. You just need to be able to work with the energy. It'll become clear what is really important to you at any given moment, how much you need to know, how much detail. And these are representative, these cards are representative, and these symbols are representative of 142 DNA strands that we can acquire to complete the complement of DNA within our bodies and enhance what we're here to do as souls in the physical realm. Nourishment. We're headed into nourishment. And we open our receiving even more to being nourished as a human, as a member of society, perhaps as a leader of your family or a community. Perhaps you just feel like a little solitary human being doing what you do in your own little home, like me, just right here with all my things, trying to be a positive place for myself and for others, trying to bring some kindness, some wisdom, some steadiness. Everything you encounter is designed to nourish you in some way. You are now open to receive this nourishment from the cosmic. That is a useful message. Okay. I have to keep checking for messages. On the Facebook page. Because I've been talking a long time. Somebody might have posted a question. Okay. Good morning, Pat Hansen. Hi, Shug. How's it going? Chris Brusati. Chris Brusati is my Reiki teacher. And she and I connected some years ago, and it's been a really solid, mutually beneficial connection, and I feel so honored that I can learn from her. And she has a lot of experience with Reiki and energy work and massage and body work and grief processing and working with the dying, working with people who are recovering from cancer, all kinds of stuff. She is just a real contribution in this world. And I want her to be known, and I want her to know how much I appreciate what you've given me. I think it's a very powerful gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see. Who here is planning a trip this year. Like a big deal or a big change that might feel like a trip or, a complete environment change. And if so, how's that feeling in your emotions and in your body, and how's it feel in your spirit? And, what was the impulse to make this change? Oh, thanks, Chris. This feeling is mutual. I love everybody who shows up here. I so appreciate it. Does moving count? Of course it does. I moved twice in the last year, and I moved from Nevada, where I was living in my relationship with my partner for 13 years, and it was just time for me to be on my own and not use him as a kind of stand behind him and use him as my shield between me and the world, and to kind of move him out of the way so I could have my own relationship with my divine, my inner divine, and expand my spiritual being. And I moved to San Anselmo for a few months, thought I was going to be there for a few years. Then my brother and I bought this house in Forest Knolls in Marin County, and we moved our mom in here, and so we have this beautiful place in this park-like setting. You can see out my window. It's just green, 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 green. And there's a creek out there in my front yard, and redwood trees, and sunlight, and a veggie garden, and all my mother's flowers and plants, and a sculpture of an octopus and some sea life. How good is that? So relevant. A wonderful friend since junior high is meeting me. Okay, I'm leaving Sunday for a trip to Sedona. Are you? Oh my God. Oh, that is so relevant for you, Angel. So relevant. I'm so glad that you're going, because, well, you have to know that the meetup with this friend is kind of the excuse for you to get your hands in the soil and in the energy of your ancestors. And you are closely related to the Native American culture. You have a lot of that in your past lives, and so much of that is what you bring to your work in the world. This is talk about enriching and enhancing. And do you find yourself like swallowed up by the details, and where do I go? What do I do? What kind of plans do I have to have? And what's the best way to make this happen or receive this experience? Or what do I need to bring to the party in order to be in the energy of this location? And location is very important. Pat's moving and she's changing locations. It's a big deal. It's a whole different environment and setting and social circumstance. And when we change locations, my sense is it opens up doors and windows in our spirit, just like all these things are opening up. And travel, I haven't done my trip yet, but I am next month, and it's a big deal. 3 weeks on my own in Italy. And I, I'm kind of doing this like, okay, divine, I'm following your directions. This is the guidance you're giving me. This is the push I'm getting, and I'm doing it. I'm being aware of your guidance and your direction at all times. And same for Pat, and same for Angel. It forces us to grow or expand our energy sensing capabilities, stretch out a little bit more, be bigger in this world. It forces us to receive what is here for us to receive. Angel says, I love that for you, Italy, you bet. I know. My mom says, she says, are you going to come home a Catholic? Because I'm raised here in Marin County, like, I'm you know, original Marin County hippie. And so I tried, sorry about that, folks. I tried being a Jehovah's Witness in junior high school and in my freshman year of high school, which, as one of the, you know, a bona fide Marin County hippie, that was an exploration into some divine information, and it didn't work for me, obviously. It didn't stick, but it was one exploration. And some of the things that the Jehovah's Witnesses believed in, I was like, no, I don't believe that. Agape love, yes. Rules and regs, you know, that are human designed, restrictive, boxing women in to a form, desexualizing women. I don't know. I was not going for that, even in junior high school. Anyway, my bullshit meter started redlining. It was time to go. Pat says, and it makes for new experiences. No fooling, doesn't it? I love that. And I so am ready for new experiences. Even moving twice has been a big new experience. I'm now a homeowner, and my brother built out my kitchen like according to what I wanted in my kitchen. And so I have beautiful wood countertops that have sapwood in them and shapes, and the cupboards and drawers are set up the way I want them, and the kitchen gear is set up the way I need it and what works for me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's really fun to have what I want. But furniture that I like, that's my idea. Who doesn't want midnight blue velvet chairs? Or a blue velvet couch? Or beautiful carpets on the tile floor. I'm having really good time. And I feel very, very fortunate. So, who else is looking to open up to what's next, new experiences? What is the new energy that's coming in? And how does the new energy that's coming in help you to be loyal to who you are and what's important to you inside? the chaos in the outside world drive you to find love and unity, spiritual resource from within? How does it drive you inwards to the indwelling divine? I love my chair, me too. I mean, it's the first time in my whole life I ever got to buy furniture I like. I bought furniture way back when I was married the first time, and I don't know, I didn't know what I wanted or who I was, so I didn't make some very good choices. Anyhow, so let me just refresh the page. Sometimes it brings up the questions that people are asking. Let me just look again at... I do feel like the influence of Mars and Aries and the war that Dementia Dawn decided to do on Iran with Israel, it is bringing out the worst features of men and male-dominated society so that we can go, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Oh! You have a trip to Egypt booked for next March? Oh, we might have to talk. I would love to know more about that. Oh, Anubis is my original guide. And Anubis is the god who oversaw the embalming of people who have died, and in the process, Anubis would weigh the heart against a feather. And if the heart weighed less than the feather, then Anubis would escort the soul to the afterlife. If the heart weighed more than the feather, then Anubis escorted them back into the physical realm to keep going, try again. Do it again. See what new levels of mastery you can reach. And ever since I was 12 years old, when my family took a trip to Europe and we went to, I think it was the British Museum, I got stuck in the Egyptian section and I couldn't find my way out, and I was fascinated. I don't know how I found my family again, but the Egyptian section just was like, it just held me. And I'd love to go to Egypt. Oh my God, there's another incredible trip that I would love to do. Yes, let's chat. You're on, Angel, because that is really high on my bucket list, and I'm not leaving my bucket list till later. And I think this time in life is causing us really to get out of the world of duality and continue expanding to include. Because if we get stuck in right versus wrong, men versus women, Oh, Angel says, I hear you. I've carried a connection and fascination with Egypt for lifelong. Amen. Chris says, I think the second card is shaped like a pyramid. What was the name of it? Oh, okay. This is the impact card. Yeah, that's that 3D feeling about it. And I mean, the point could be depth or it could be height. It could be pointing in, it could be pointing out. I'm with you on that pyramid thing. It does look like a bird's eye view of a pyramid. Exactly. And this is the impact card. As it was in the beginning, your thoughts can now bring into being all that you require. This moment of impact creates love and harmony at the same time. We did not come to suffer. We did not come to shrink. We did not come to behave like good little girls. We came to expand, to be bold. We came to lead. We came to charge forth. We came to explore. We came to enlarge our reality. We came to ride the waves of love that are arriving on the earth, even with some of the warlike separating us from our spirits, and the infantile version of us against them. We came here to harmonize with us, them, and everything in between, because we know that you can't just lift us to the scythe. At one point, Peter, my former partner, when we were first dating, said the Aramaic version of the Our Father prayer. And we were on the phone, and at the end he says, "Is Jesus standing behind you?" And I was like, yes! And a few days later, I dreamt all night about being with Jesus. And I'm like, in the dream, I remember thinking, oh God, now I have to love everybody. And it's true. I have to find a way to love everybody. So I have to even find a way to appreciate the degradation and the demolition that Dementia Dawn is expressing for us. He is tearing down some old systems or bringing it in our face, and so that we can go, this male-female imbalance is not good enough. But what is good enough? Love, harmony, appreciation for all beings, healing, and just doing the bloody best we can each and every day. Each and every day. Trying to receive the energy and the information and the directions that are good for us. That's it. It's true. Love your story. Oh. You know, whether it's Jesus that tells us to do that, or Buddha, or Kuan Yin, Salami Jiwas, Mahat Pastrami, your child, your friends. People who are having difficult times. How do I love them? Just show me, divine, how I can love them. Sometimes it means moving back, and it might be from afar. But it doesn't mean cutting them off. It just means moving back or changing directions. But, you know, it's interesting channeling this book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. My guide said, the divine has added a sweep to my energy. They said it, called it sweep. It's as if the energy flows out behind me and picks up people and gathers them along the way. And so I only pray and hope that some of this touches the right people at whatever time is the right time for them. Anyway, when I return from Italy, I'm going to be formally setting up my healing chamber. There's a little bedroom that I'm using here, and it's barely big enough to hold the massage table in order to do Reiki and to do more divine energy healing and readings, however it works, however I'm led to do the work, but I am led to do this work, and I can't not do it. God help me with the form and the people who can hear it. So I'm just going to bring in the Reiki energy. It's interesting that the Reiki is flowing to all of you who are here at this moment, and out you individually and into a number of other people. So it goes through you and gets shared with others as well, who had not expected that. That's it for today. I love you, and I appreciate you so much for sitting here with me for almost an hour, being with me. Have fun with what led up to this, which is unconditional love. The divine is showing her love for us unconditionally by bringing us to this point. Where are we now? Impact. what kind of impact do I want to have on this world? And where are we headed? Nourishment. The divine always provides what we need, whether it's physical nourishment, spiritual nourishment, healing, harmony. It's all energy and it's all nourishing. And some things may nourish me by leaving me, and some things nourish me by arriving. And that's why I had this first little prayer. Thank you, divine beloved, for changing me into one who is wildly open to life as it is. Let me release what must go and welcome what is here now. I trust you to continue to meet all my needs. Help me today to trust in your guidance and your love. Thank you, divine beloved. We come full circle, and so it is. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here, and do subscribe.